Dagon Demo friends while looking at the PC Gaming Reddit channel on Reddit, and I thought, I think I want to see what it's about. How about we increase the gamma a little bit, because you know what YouTube does. Oh, wait a minute. Audio volume, voiceovers. I guess that must just be sound effects. This is interesting. There's two of them here. There's a Dagon, which is the one I was reading about, and Tales of Herring Lake. Oh, wish list. I get it. Okay, all right, well.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Oops. Oh, crap. That's me. Maybe I should slow down the mouse just a little bit. But let's... Oh, wow. That's almost too slow now, isn't it? Sardines? Maybe? Okay. What do we got here?
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Oh, shoot.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate.
Can I look around some more? I guess I can a little.
When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Okay. Okay, let's see what else we can do. I love the rain sound. That's kind of relaxing. I like the world so far. I like the graphics, don't you? Okay, so what should we do first? Should we check the inkwell?
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider. The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
Can I move? No, I can't move. Okay, all right.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Okay, still can't move, but there's a question mark right there. Full version will feature many interesting facts about, among others, the story on which the game is based, the historical setting and author H.P. Lovecraft. They are scattered around the location, so make sure to look around and try to find them all. The demo features only a couple of facts. You've just found one, the first one. Dagon was written around a month after the United States entered World War I. Lovecraft was actively interested in its course. He composed many poems in which he gave encouragement to soldiers and commented on the events unfolding in Europe. He tried to enlist in the army, but even though he passed a physical exam, his mother prevented him from going to the war. She has threatened to go to any lengths, legal or otherwise, if I do not reveal all the ills which unfit me for the army. I am Providence, the life and times of H.P. Lovecraft, S.T. Shy and back. Okay. Do we move now? We don't move now. I guess we just... Okay, there we go.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone, in a small boat, with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Oh, here we go.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight. The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land. But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
I wonder if I should open
The
those
change
bags
happened
up.
whilst I slept.
Change
Its
happened.
details I shall never know, for my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Okay, that's creepy. Well, that's a boat, isn't it? Okay.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished. For there was in the air, and in the rotting soil, a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core. The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing, and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Yeah, that's creepy. Okay, so let's click on this first. Okay, here we go. Dagon seems to be inspired by Fishhead, a short novel by Irwin S. Cobb about unnatural affinities between a hybrid idiot, and a strange fish on an isolated lake, supernatural horror in literature, H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft's interest in the topic stemmed from his aversion to fish and sea smells. In his own words, "I have hated fish and feared the sea and everything connected to it since I was 2 years old. But I cannot recall what earlier experience gave me such a profound and lasting aversion to the sea and seafood. The Dweller in the Darkness." Lovecraft, 1927. Okay, so we found out some new stuff there, and now we need to go here.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths. So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
We got a question mark there, and we got a thingamajig here. Let's look at this one first.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time.
Uh-oh.
That
Yes.
night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
All right.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease. The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
I guess that's our destination. Okay, that was the demo. That's pretty cool, guys. I like that. That's kind of cool. If you'd like to learn what eldritch horror drove our protagonist to the depths of madness, wishlist the game and await the full release. Well, that was pretty good, friends. That was pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a nice little fun demo. I think I'm going to wishlist it. Take care, friends. Be good. Be safe out there and watch over your families. Bye-bye.